Hi, my name is John Tisbury, and in this video I'm going to take you through my drones, what equipment I've got and what accessories I've got to use with my drones. I say drones because I have two. I have the GoPro Karma, which was the first one I purchased, and then I bought the Mavic Air when that came out, or soon after that came out. I wasn't one of the early adopters. And I use the two sort of slightly differently for different needs or different purposes, so I'll chat you through that as well as we go. So that's the session. I'm going to run the intro and then I'll see you in a minute. So welcome back. Let's just pick this up. So I'm going to take you through the Karma first. I'm not obviously going to go through a review of the product because sort of everyone knows by now the detail behind the drones. But I'm just going to take you through some of the bits that I have on my particular setup. So I bought this first of the two drones that I currently have. And I found that I needed some additional accessories when I started to use it and to fly it. And the first of those accessories were extra batteries to get any kind of sensible flight duration from them. So I have 4, and that allows me to get some good air time if I need to with those 4. Apart from that, it's fairly standard, apart from this little guy on the top here, which I'll show you in a second. That's the locator GPS finder. The rest's as is really, so standard setup on the GoPro. So just zip that up and move it out of the way. Other bits that I have contained within the GoPro bag, which I find really useful. This sort of doubles up, this bag, so I use it for all my GoPro stuff and all my GoPro accessories, which I'll do a separate video on, but also the components I need for the drones as well, specifically the GoPro Karma drone. So I shall take you through some of the bits that I've got in there, if I can find the ends of the zip. First thing I have is this little guy, which I love. It's an anemometer, or a wind speed detector. Oh, look at that go! Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it? So that allows you to work out your wind speed, how strong or how gusty it is. So that's really useful if you're in a particular environment where it is really quite gusty and you're unsure whether it's too breezy to fly safely. So I have that. What else do I have in here? As I say, I'm not going to go through everything because a lot of it's just normal standard kit. Oh yes, in here I have a set of the filters to go on the front of the, tricky to get in. God, I bet it. Oh, I struggle with these. Don't want to pull them too hard because they're quite brittle. So these are the Polar Pros. I have a set of 3. I've already got one on the GoPro. I normally leave it on all the time, which is why the middle one is a normal sort of colour. So what have we got there? We've got the 8, the 16 and the 32 ND filters, and they're really useful. What else have I got? Oh yes, that was the Locator 8 I was chatting to you about. So you have the little hand device which you can trigger off if you've lost your drone and hopefully locate it through manoeuvring around. I've got a spare one of those as well because it comes with 2 when you buy it. So thankfully I haven't had to use that. But maybe one day when I have to, I'm sure it'll be worth the buying it. What else have I got? Oh yes, there's some other bits in here as well. Let's just zip this up. In the back here some other bits and pieces. Carry around with me. Spare props. So 4. And a spare sort of landing gear for the Karma as well, just in case for those heavy landings, which obviously I never do. And that's it really for the Karma. Yep. So that explains the bits and bobs for that. And then I also said that I had 2 drones. So I had the Mavic Air as well. Why did I get the 2, you may ask? Well, I bought the Karma drone, and very soon after, in a matter of months, GoPro announced that they were no longer doing the drones, so moving straight out of the drone market. And I thought, oh, marvellous. So there was a concern about longevity there and in terms of supply of spares. So I bought, at that time, loads of spares, so spare props, spare arms for the Karma, spare landing gear. So I've got some spares for just in case of my poor piloting. But I thought longer term, if there's anything that goes wrong with the electronics and what have you, I'm going to be fairly stuffed trying to get it repaired in the long term. So I thought I'd have a backup option, a backup plan, as you normally do if you're a photographer. You always carry a spare body around with you. So I thought I would carry a spare drone around me if I'm out droning. So I bought the Mavic Air, and this is the sort of complete pack. So again, I'm not going to go through it in detail because it's as per standard setup. I'll just unfold this just so it can sit down here and look away. So yeah, standard setup. I do have 1 or 2 things I bought specifically for the Air, which is I want to take you through and show you. So all the rest of that is in standard stuff, the battery charger and the 2 spare batteries, and the power lead and all that malarkey that it comes with. So that's all sitting in there as per normal. In the back pocket I've got the spare props, which again comes with the kit anyway, so I haven't bought any of those specifically. But what I did buy was this, which doesn't look very exciting when you first see it. But I found, let's just move all these bits out of the way. I found when I was using the controller with the phone in it, the iPhone 6 is what I had. It didn't fit very neatly in the holders here, and I also found that it was a really small screen. I didn't particularly like it, and I decided to go for a slightly larger screen. So I purchased an iPad mini. Just move this out of the way. I want chaos here on the table. And I needed something to support it, so this little guy does that. So just bring it into play. And it's really good, very nifty. It's specifically for the Mavic. These 2 slide up and then drop into the little ball socket on the back. Just loosen the nut. There we go, tighten it up. Bits. And then these sit in here. I'm not going to do it all completely because I haven't got the controls on, but you sort of get the idea. And then you can stick your tablet on there, just tighten it up a bit, and that's your setup. And I really like that. I find it very easy to use, and it's really comfortable, and yeah, it's just more natural, I find. And you've got a little lanyard there which you can put around your neck just to take the weight of the device as well while you're flying it, or have your hands free if you need to. So yeah, that's the Mavic. That's the other thing. What else there is? Another little thing that I've got for the Mavic as well, which same as the GoPro, it's the Polar Pro filters. So in this case I got the twin pack, so I've got the ND filters, but I've also got the polarizing filters as well, which are a little bit tricky because polarizing filters, you have to adjust them and rotate them to the angle of the sun to get the best effect from the polarizer. And obviously once you're up in the air, you can't do that. So it's all a bit hit and miss beforehand, unless you're flying in a particular straight line, perpendicular to the sun, a sort of 180-degree angle to get the best of the polarizer. What have I got there? I've got a 5-stop and I've got a 6-stop. Is that right? Yeah, 5-stop and 6-stop. Just reading my notes down there. And there's one already on the front of the Mavic, which I tend to keep on all the time. Just pop that back in there gently. So there you go. That's my drone setup, the Karma and the Mavic. In terms of which I like best, which I said I'd also cover, it's slightly different, I guess. I liked the Karma because of the benefits of the GoPro and the functionality there. So I've got a Hero6 and I like to be able to move it onto the drone, and then onto the Karma stabilizing grip, and then also onto suction mount or what have you if I'm using it for doing cars and what have you. So it's a very flexible package, and that's really what attracted me to it. It allowed me to keep my GoPro camera across multiple items, which was sort of one of the selling points of the product. And I found with the drone's okay, but I'm not as comfortable with it as I am with the Mavic. I always find that the Karma drone tends to sometimes do its own thing, bless it. So I'm a little bit more cautious about it in terms of where I fly it and how I fly it. Whereas the Mavic I find is a lot more stable and a lot more predictable is the word I want. It's a lot more predictable. It does what it says on the tin, whereas the GoPro sometimes does its own thing, and I don't really know why. So yeah, that's really why the two. So in preference, I'll fly the Mavic, unless I particularly want GoPro footage and I'm doing a whole piece using multiple GoPros, and just for ease to keep everything blended and easier in post in terms of color correction and formatting, I will use the Karma. So there you go. Hope you found that useful. A bit of an insight into some of the things I've got for the products. If you have, then please do consider subscribing. Down below is all the description about what the gear is and what I've got, so you can have a look at that if that's of interest to you. And hopefully I'll see you again on the next one.